The educational and intellectual exchanges among ancient civilizations was that the Egyptians taught the Greeks, and the Greeks taught the Romans. The ancient Egyptians made significant contributions to mathematics and geometry. Concepts such as geometry, used in construction and land surveying, were likely shared with the Greeks. The Greeks were influenced by Egyptian medical knowledge, and some Greek scholars, like Herodotus, acknowledged the Egyptians' advanced medical practices. The Greeks learned from Egyptian anatomical knowledge and medical techniques. In ancient Egypt, education was a lifelong process, and it varied depending on an individual's social class, gender, and intended profession. The education system was designed to prepare individuals for their roles in society, whether it be as scribes, priests, or in other professions. One of the primary educational paths in ancient Egypt was to become a scribe. Scribes were highly educated individuals responsible for writing, record-keeping, and administrative tasks. Training to become a scribe was rigorous and typically started at a young age. Education for those aspiring to be priests involved learning religious texts, rituals, and other aspects of religious duties. Education for individuals pursuing careers in craftsmanship or agriculture was often passed down through family traditions and apprenticeships. During the Ptolemaic period, when Egypt was under Greek rule after the conquest of Alexander the Great, there was an increased influence of Greek culture and education in Egypt. Greek individuals associated with the Library of Alexandria, such as scholars and philosophers, contributed to the dissemination of Greek knowledge and influenced the educational landscape. Isocrates, 436 to 338 BC. Isocrates, a Greek rhetorician and teacher, was known for his educational philosophy and teachings. While he did not directly influence Egyptian education, his ideas on rhetoric and civic education were influential in the broader Hellenistic world. Aristotle, 384 to 322 BC. Although not directly associated with Egyptian education, Aristotle, a student of Plato, had a significant impact on Western education. His writings on various subjects, including ethics, politics, and natural sciences, influenced later educational philosophies. It's important to note that the direct influence of specific Greeks on Egyptian education is not as well documented as the influence of Greek culture during the Ptolemaic period. The blending of Egyptian and Greek cultures during this time had a lasting impact on various aspects of society, including education, as seen in the city of Alexandria and the Library of Alexandria. Greek philosophy, literature, and drama greatly influenced Roman intellectual life. Greek works by philosophers like Plato and Aristotle were translated into Latin and studied by Roman scholars. The Romans adopted and adapted Greek artistic styles and architectural techniques. They admired Greek sculptures and incorporated elements of Greek architecture into their own monumental structures. Greek medical knowledge, particularly the teachings of Hippocrates and Galen, influenced Roman medicine. Roman physicians studied Greek texts and incorporated Greek medical theories into their practices. Herodotus, Greek often referred to as the father of history. Herodotus traveled extensively and documented the cultures he encountered, including the Egyptians. Aristotle, Greek Aristotle, a student of Plato, had a profound impact on Greek and Roman thought. His works on ethics, politics, and natural sciences were widely studied in both cultures. Galen, Greek, a prominent physician, Galen's medical teachings were influential in both Greek and Roman societies. His works became foundational texts in medieval and Renaissance medicine. The Romans' legal system, particularly the development of Roman law, had a lasting impact on Western legal traditions. Concepts of justice, contracts, and property rights influenced later legal thought. Engineering and architecture. Roman engineering and architectural achievements, such as the construction of aqueducts, roads, and monumental structures, continued to influence later civilizations. While the Egyptians contributed to the knowledge of the Greeks, and the Greeks, in turn, influenced the Romans, it's important to note that the transmission of knowledge was not a linear process. Each culture made unique contributions, and the interactions were often reciprocal, leading to a rich exchange of ideas and intellectual developments in the ancient world.